Hello class, I just wanted to spend a little time showing you how to set up your papers in MLA format. So I thought that I would start with a paper that I have on file of my own. So I basically have all the information for a title page set up. I have my paper written, and then I have my works cited page. These are not set up the way MLA should be set up, so I want to make sure that that's all done. This is a Microsoft Word document. So a couple things. So first thing, MLA formatted papers need to be in 1-inch margins. So what I have up here, you can see the ruler, and it has gone over 1 inch. So I'm going on both sides, there's more than an inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually manipulate the ruler. You can do this a number of ways. So what I do is I'll go up to the ruler itself, make it so it has that left and right arrow, and I click on it, and then I physically move the ruler. Another thing that you could do is actually go to page layout and go to margins. And you can see that there's one that's normal, which is 1 inch all the way around, and you could click on that, and that will also adjust your margins. So now I have 1 inch margins all the way around all my pages, so we're good there. Now the works cited page should be on a separate page, so I'm going to go ahead and make that happen. You can just click on where you want to start the separate page, go up here to insert, and put a page break, and that will drop it down to its own page. That way if you add more text, it's always going to be in its own page. Okay, so MLA formatted documents have 1 inch margins, and the works cited page is on a separate page. Some MLA documents will require a title page, which ours do, while others do not. So it depends on your instructor, and you'll have to talk to the instructor about that. So for an MLA formatted title page, you will need to include the title of the paper, your name, at the middle of the document. Then go toward the bottom of the page, and you are going to include the class name, the instructor's name, and the date that you are turning that paper in. So 5 elements need to be in that first page for the title page. Now, the entire document needs to be double spaced. That is also MLA formatting. So I'm going to select all of the text. You could do this by coming over here to select and select all. You could also just click and drag all the way through your document and highlight it that way. So that I have my text highlighted. I just unhighlighted it. Whoops. So you can see the whole thing is highlighted. Now I'm going to come over here to paragraph. This is on the home tab. And I'm going to come to paragraph, and up here, this button with the up and down arrow, this is line and paragraph spacing. There's a couple things you can do here. You can just click on the button and go to 2, which will make it double spaced, and that would be fine. The other option would be to click on this arrow, and the paragraph formatting box will open. This is where you would make sure that the spacing before the paragraphs are 0, after is 0, and then the line spacing is double. So we have that. I'm going to check my second page, there we go. And I have a couple things to fix. Like my second page, everything went away. There we go. So now you can see the entire document is double spaced. Now there's still some things that we want to work on. Notice that on the right hand side, the text is justified. This is not necessary for MLA formatting. If you wanted it to be just regular left aligned, it would just make the left hand or the right hand side jagged like that, which is totally fine. Okay, so I messed up my title page. I want that to be centered. Okay, so I have centered text on the title page. want the title on my first page to also be centered. And the rest of it can be left justified. You can do all the way across if you want to, which is this button, but it's not necessary. Now the works cited page is also not set up correctly. The actual title works cited should be centered, so I'm just going to come up here and center it. And then the margins for a works cited page should have a hanging indent. And let's show you how to do that. So I'm just going to select the works that are cited here. And to create a hanging indent, the first line of text needs to be right up against the left margin of the page, and then every other line of that citation needs to be indented a ½ inch. And you can do that by manipulating the ruler. Now, if you don't see the ruler at the top and side of your page, it's no problem. It's very easy to do. You go to View, and then you can click on Ruler, which is right here. So just make sure that's showing. So to justify to make a hanging indent, we're going to click on that bottom part. So there's this hourglass. We're going to click on the bottom part of the hourglass and move it. I'm dragging it to the right. So I clicked on it, held it down, dragged it to the right. So the whole thing moved. Now I want to move back just that first line. So at the top of the hourglass, I'm going to click, hold down, and drag back to the left-hand margin. And that creates a hanging indent. So each of my sources, beginning line starts on the left-hand side, and any subsequent line that they have are indented. So the works cited page should look like this. Your paper should be double spaced, and it should have a title page that has the title of the document, your name, the class name, the instructor's name, and then the date. Finally, we want to make sure that the paper has page numbers. The first page of your paper, meaning your title page, does not need to have a page number, but every subsequent place needs to have a page number. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we're going to come up to the top of your paper. It's a blank spot, and your cursor doesn't go up there when you just move your mouse over top of it. But if you double click in that white space, the header will open up. For MLA, your header should include your last name and the page number. But like I said, the first page would not have anything. So I'm just going to type my last name, give it a little space, and then over here, notice that the header and footer tools have already opened. We're going to go over here to page number, click on top of the page. Click on current position. We're already there where we need our page number. We're just going to click on plain number. So I have my last name and then the page number. Don't type the number. Actually use this page number, because then it will use the correct pages as you scroll through the document. Now, our first page, like I said earlier, we don't want to have anything at the top, but every other page of the document should have this last name and your page number. So what we're going to do up here under options for header and footer tools, we're going to click the box that says different first page. Notice that the first page changes. I'm going to close the header and footer. But you can see here we have Thompson 5 in the header area. That's page 5. Thompson 4, Thompson 3, Thompson 2, and then nothing on the first page. So that's basically how you set up an MLA formatted document. You have a title page that does not have a header. That includes the title of the document, your name, the class name, the instructor's name, and the date that you turned the paper in. The paper should have 1-inch margins all the way around. It should be double spaced. The works cited page should be at the end, the very last page of the document on its own. It should have a hanging indent. And that's about all I have. So I thought it would be good to show you what these might look like and how to set them up. If you do have any questions, feel free to send them my way. Otherwise, We'll see you in the discussion board. See you later.